Hi everyone. I wanted to take a few minutes to do a video to show you how I coffee dye and stain my pieces. I've had several ask if I could explain it or show it, so I want to do that now. I have a stitch piece that I just finished that I want to finish up, and this would be just a 32 count piece of white linen that I got at Hobby Lobby. And here's my coffee mixture. I will include in the description box below the recipe for making this. So I would just dip your piece, get it fully covered, fully wet with the coffee mix, and kind of wring it out. And then this is an old cookie sheet that I use specifically for this. And I just kind of flatten it out. I've preheated my cooking oven on 200 degrees, so it's ready to go. Now, typically what I would do is I would put this in the oven and bake it for 12 minutes. Do not leave it. Be sure to use your timer and keep an eye on it. Everything should be fine, but just to be safe, stay there and keep checking on it, but it should be just fine. For the sake of saving some time, I have another piece here that's been already done this process, and it's already been cooked, baked, mostly to kind of set the coffee in. And you can see how it ends up looking like this to start out with, and as it dries in the oven, the coffee kind of recedes away and it just kind of does its own thing in staining it. Now what I would do from here, if I wanted to make, I could use it just like this. If I wanted to make it darker or a little more grungy in certain places, I would take what I call the grungy leftovers that settle to the bottom of my jar. I left a little bit of liquid in there, and I would take an old small paintbrush and kind of dip in and get a few little bits of that, the leftovers on the bottom. I'm going to also, number one step is re-wet this to do this process again like what we did on this piece. So now it's wet again. It's a little bit darker now. And now I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to go in areas that I would think in normal kind of wear and being laid around in an old attic or in somebody's old garage, or it's just been around for a long time. I'm just going to kind of paint in more stain and these grungy bits on the corners, on the edges, or just wherever it would kind of make sense that there would be more wear, more handling of the piece. I usually try to stay away from the stitching itself, from getting on it, but I might try to get in between some of the stitching. Okay, so then we would pop this in the oven and bake it again for another 12 minutes, and when it comes out, you're all finished. You can, if you want, from this stage, you can, if it ends up being too dark, if you think it might be too dark for your likings, you can rinse it with cool water and it will take out most of the coloring. Even with this one, after it's been baked once, I could do the same thing and it'll still be stained, but it will lighten up some. So I will show photos of the end products at the end of the video. Thank you for watching.